Hi everybody, welcome along to the video. My name is Caroline. I am a UK-based physics lecturer. So thanks for clicking on this video. I'm going to chat all things hybrid learning, blended learning. These seem to be the terms that we're using a lot at the moment. So maybe you're a student getting ready to return to university or to head off to university for the first time. Possibly you're an academic trying to get your lecture notes and your kind of materials ready for the semester ahead. I've been spending a bit of time trying to work out the logistics of how my week is going to look, how things are going to be different in this kind of blended hybrid learning model, and I thought I'd share a bit about what I've been up to. So typically when I teach at the university, I am doing all my classes face-to-face, either in the lecture hall, in the laboratory, or in a small classroom for tutorial type work. Now, this horrible COVID pandemic has obviously changed all of that, and my semester starts in a few weeks' time, and I will be teaching, like many other academics around the country, using a hybrid or this blended model. And what does that actually mean? Well, it basically means that I will deliver some of my content virtually. So some of it will be given to the students via a recording that I'll put up online. And I will teach a small amount face-to-face if the government and the public health regulations allow me to do so at that point in time. So when it comes to planning my week, I've now got a bit of a different structure and a different rhythm to what I would normally have. So what did I do to help myself kind of get organised? I guess the first thing I did was I looked for the points in my week where I had to be somewhere or I had to be doing something. I've been timetabled to deliver an online tutorial class to a group of students, and I do that class twice a week. So that means there's 2 points in my week where I need to sit in front of my computer at home and be delivering live online content for the students. I also have one class once a week where we're hoping to be able to give that class in person. So for that class, I'll need to be face-to-face on the campus delivering that content. So I have those kind of key points that I need to lock in to my diary. And then around it, I can put all the other activities that I need to do. So each week I need to record lectures and I need to release them online for the students to be able to sit back and watch. And I've decided that whilst I could have pre-recorded all of the lectures across the summer, I kind of want it to have a feel like we are doing a normal semester type teaching where I would be giving that content live each week. So I'm electing to record basically a week before I would give the lecture normally in the timetable. And that means that if students have questions or they're getting stuck on bits of material, rather than having pre-recorded lectures that I'm just putting up week after week, I can actually then adapt my lecture and kind of reflect what they're saying to me, and I can make my content each week slightly different based on how they're coping and getting on with the course material. But that means I need to factor in recording those classes in my timetable. I've now sectioned off some bits of time where I've allocated them to be recording time. So I've put in my diary, I'm going to record 2 hours here and I'm going to record another 2 hours later on in the week. And I need to factor in within that 2 hours the time to set up all the equipment, actually deliver the content, the lecture, the notes, and of course then to edit it afterwards and get it uploaded, right software, right location for the students to see it. So that's kind of ticking off my teaching side. But I have supervision duties, so I've got my PhD students who've been amazing and working really hard and getting to grips with doing things in a remote capacity. So I will have a block of time that I'm going to put aside each week for my PhD students, and they'll either be virtual meetings, or if I'm allowed to go into the campus and we can meet in a socially distanced way, we can have that meeting face-to-face. But I think it's really important, if you are supervising PhD students, to work with them to get a regular point in the calendar each week or every other week, however you do it, just so you both know that that time is put aside for that PhD conversation. And then I need to also put time aside for my other department roles. So I'm the admissions tutor, so I need to make sure that I have a bit of time each week to do activities relating to that, be that getting course materials ready, or preparing for an open day, or chatting to students virtually who are interested in coming to study physics. And then, very importantly, I also need to allow myself some time each week to do my own research. So I think a while back in a video I said that being a lecturer was a mix of doing research, teaching and admin. Now, it would be very easy, especially with this hybrid blended learning model, to fill my week entirely with teaching activities and with admin activities. But I work at a great university and they're very supportive of research, and so I need to make sure that I allow myself time each week to do my own personal research, to write up conference papers, to apply for grants so I can win money to support more student projects. And actually I have timetabled that into my week. So in the same way that I've timetabled in my online time where I'm delivering live content to the students, the time that I'm going to be recording my lectures, the times where I'm going to be chatting to my PhD students, I've also set aside time when I'm going to be doing my own personal research. And that quickly builds my week up. But I quite like it now because I've got a bit of a rhythm to my week. I can see the days where I'm going to be working from home. And obviously, as you'd expect in the current situation, most of my time is going to be spent working from home. But I can also see the times when I have to be available online for the students, and I can see the times when I'm most likely going to be going to campus for some face-to-face teaching or in order to do some personal type research. And then the last thing I've slid into my kind of weekly planning diary is actually some, I guess, downtime or relaxation time. Basically some time when I can step away from the computer, I can close the lid on any online meetings, and I can get out into the fresh air, I can do some sport or go for a walk. Because if I was normally at campus, obviously I would take breaks, I would go and have a coffee with other academic members of staff, I might go for a walk at lunchtime, I might use the gym at lunchtime. And it's important that even though I'm working in this remote capacity, predominantly from home, with small amounts of time on the campus, I still allow myself some time to do sport and just to kind of switch off from work during the day. And I guess the good thing with working from home is I don't have my commute driving time. So that time that I would normally spend sitting in the car driving to work, I can now use that time at home to actually get on with work, which means that I can have a little bit of time in the middle of the day to go for a walk after my lunch. So yeah, my week is now looking quite full, but as I said, it makes me feel more organised and more kind of ready for the semester. I've also got a colour coding system, so I have particular colours in the calendar depending whether I need to be live and online delivering lecture content, or whether I'm going to be in person delivering some kind of teaching content, or whether I'm going to have meetings going on. And my calendar, it just helps me kind of visually see where I need to be and what I need to prepare to be undertaking, I guess. So yeah, that is my grand plan. I suspect it will have to change. I'm going to try the first couple of weeks of the new semester and see how I get on with it and make some tweaks. Obviously, each week the plan will change a bit as well. I've got a conference coming up, and that conference will now be completely virtual. So no plane ride, no going abroad. We'll be doing it all kind of in a virtual format, and that week the plan will change. I'm going to have marking that comes in as well throughout the semester, and that will need to be slotted in, and my plan will change on those weeks. So it's not necessarily the perfect schedule of what I'm going to be doing for the next 11 weeks, but it does give me a clear outline, at least of my teaching and research and supervision commitments, and that means I can kind of shape my week. Yeah, that's probably far too much about planning and getting ready. I'd love to know in the comments section what you are doing to help get yourselves ready for term, what your thoughts are. If you're a student going, have you thought about how you're going to get a schedule in order to watch online content? Each university will probably do it in a slightly different way. I can chat a bit more about that if you are interested. Had a great comment come in saying, can I chat a little bit about the balance between research and teaching? And I will definitely pick up on that next week. So I'll chat a little bit about things that I do to try to ensure I'm getting a healthy balance between my research and my teaching duties. But yeah, I hope that was a useful insight into how a lecturer is getting ready for the semester ahead. If you're preparing for term, all the best. Keep looking after yourselves. It's still a very strange time, so stay safe. Wherever you are in the world, I hope things are going okay for you and your family. Look after yourselves. If you like the channel, it's all things academic, so do subscribe. I'm here every Monday and Thursday. Feel free to suggest ideas in the comments section, and I'll be back after the weekend on Monday. So have a good weekend, and I'll see you soon. Bye.